Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making another experiment. This time we're going to be making edible water balloons. Anyway, let's get on with the video. So, I've explained the introduction. Now I'm going to show you the ingredients you need to make this at home if you want to. It's not dangerous at all, and it's a very interesting experiment. So I encourage you to do it at home if you have the budget. So first you're going to need sodium alginate powder. This is what's going to be giving the water balloon its form, so it's not just a pile of water. Next, you're going to be needing calcium lactate. I will explain why you will need this later on, but you need it. So, about the calcium lactate, actually, you're going to need, what I bought were calcium lactate pills. Like, you can hear that? It's, they're pills. So, I just measured it out. You need 5 grams of calcium lactate, and I grinded it up and put it into this little bowl. Next, you're going to need whisk, a spoon, one of these big spoons with the holes in the middle so you can pick up the balloons, and a soup ladle so you can scoop up the sodium alginate. Now, I recommend having a hand mixer so you can mix the sodium alginate. But if you don't have a hand mixer, a normal whisk works just as well. It's just that it'll take longer time, a considerably longer time. You will need 4 cups of water in a large bowl. This can be sink water, it doesn't matter. It should be cold though. And here we have 1 cup of drinking water. This is the water that you're going to be drinking. So if you don't want it to taste like sink water, just put drinking water. And this, I recommend be cold, but if it's warm, there's no problem with that either. Alright, so now that I've explained what you will need for this experiment, I will get into actually doing it. Now that you know what you need, let's actually make the water balloons. First, take just a bit less than a teaspoon of sodium alginate. It's fine, you can just estimate it, it doesn't really matter. There, you can see it says 1 teaspoon, focus please, there we go. And just pour it in to the drinking water and get your hand mixer and start mixing it up. Okay, now that you have your sodium alginate all mixed up, I know it looks like water like before. It's not, it's much more gelatinous. And if there's little chunks of white unmixed sodium alginate, then you can just strain them out. You don't need them. Next, you need to pour in the 5 grams of calcium lactate into the bowl of 4 cups of water. Just put that in there, and once again, use your hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, you can use a whisk too. There's no problem with that, just that it might take a bit longer. So yeah, I'm just gonna start mixing. Okay, now that you're done mixing in your calcium lactate, it should be, it should have more of a white-ish tint to it. But if there's bubbles on top, you can just ignore that. Although make sure it's 100% mixed well, because you don't want chunks of unmixed calcium lactate at the bottom. haven't said this in the things you need, but you can if you're making this along with me, then you can just grab it now. Just a bowl of regular water to wash out the balloons from the calcium lactate. Before I actually get into making it, I'm going to explain what's going on here. So first, the sodium alginate. It comes from seaweed, and when mixed with water, it becomes very gelatinous. Now, this is actually safe to eat because it's seaweed. And now, when you grab your soup ladle and scoop out a bit, right, a nice amount, when you put it in the calcium lactate, what happens is a chemical reaction. Now, the calcium lactate, when it touches the sodium alginate, it actually makes the gel thicker, and just wait a bit until it's done forming, and we'll see you there. Okay, now that it's been a while, you can just you can either use this or just go in with your hand and try to scoop out the finished product. Yes. Okay, so I think it actually broke inside, but you can see that it formed a blob of water, and it's pretty small, but it's jiggly, and I'm just gonna eat it right now. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It tastes like just thicker water, I guess. Now, you can actually find bigger and smaller ones. This one is really tiny. See that? There. It's really tiny, but yeah. Here we go. Going for round 2 with the sodium alginate. And again, just wait a bit for it to form. Yeah, see you there. Okay, so now I'm back after a while, and let's see how the bubble formed. Whoa, okay. This is definitely way bigger than the last one. Here it is on camera. It's in texture, it's very, very smooth. It jiggles. And wow, yeah. That's cool. Anyway, without further ado, let's well, I guess I'll eat it now. Okay, well, that wasn't the greatest. Definitely not the greatest. Maybe if you want it to taste better, add some sweetener or something, but just as is, it tastes like poop. Oh. Anyway, yeah, that concludes this time's experiment. And if any of you guys have any ideas for what I should do next, what experiment I should do next, put it in the comments and I'll consider it. Anyway, yeah, have a great day. Bye.